My name is Shannon from LifeSparks Learning, and today we are looking at more homework helpers. Today on Homework Helpers, we are looking at ordering fractions. Ordering fractions is about placing fractions in an order which is either from least to greatest in value or greatest to least in value. In order to do this, we need to understand what a fraction is and the value that a fraction holds. Often we use a number line to order fractions. Another way of working out the order of fractions is by working out what the common denominator is. What I mean by that is making all of the denominators, the bottom number, the same number. Let me show you how we do that. Here we have 4 different fractions and a number line. I'm going to show you how we can use this number line to order these fractions and work out what is the smallest fraction and what is the largest fraction. I have separated my number line into 4 different sections. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that halfway between 0 and 1 is 1/2. So I'm going to place my 1/2 on my number line. 1 out of 2 is the same as saying halfway between 1 and 0. If I had a look at my number line, you could see 1, 2. There are 2 sections and my 1/2 is halfway between the first and the second. Now let's look at the other fractions. We have 4 quarters, 2 eighths, and 2 quarters. Now I know that 4 quarters is the same as 1 whole. So I'm going to place that on my number line. So now I've only got 2 fractions left. I've got 2 eighths and 2 fourths. Now my number line is already separated into 4 sections by the little lines on the number line. So I'm going to count 2 out of the 4 sections. 1, 2. 2 fourths or 2 quarters. 2 quarters is the same as 1/2. This leaves me with only 1 fraction left. 2 eighths. I need to make my number line into 8 sections rather than 4 sections. So I'm going to separate each of my quarters into 2 parts. All I have to do is work out what the second eighth is. 1, 2. And there we have it. We have now ordered those fractions on a number line. So what happens when we don't have a number line to order our fractions? Well, we have to convert our fractions so it has the same denominator. So for this example, I'm going to use the 8 as our denominator. This means that 2 eighths stays the same. Now I need to work out how to make all the other fractions into a number that has 8 as the denominator. Let's start with 4 quarters. How do I make 4 into 8? Or, what times 4 equals 8? Well, I know that 4 times 2 equals 8. This will give us a denominator of 8. But what I do to the denominator, I always have to do to the numerator. 4 times 2 is 8. So our new fraction is 8 eighths. Let's do 3 quarters. We need to make that 4 into an 8. The denominator needs to be the same as the other 2 that we've done before. We know that 4 times 2 is 8. And what I do to the bottom number, I need to do to the top number as well. So, let's do the working out now. 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is 8. So 3/4 is the same as 6/8. This leaves us with one number left, half. How can I make 2 into 8? Or what times 2 equals 8? Well, 2 times 4 is 8. What I do to the bottom number, I need to do to the top number. Let's now do the working. 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. The fraction that I'm left with is 4/8. Now that we've converted all of these fractions into the same denominator, what is the smallest fraction out of all of these? 4/8, 8/8, 2/8, and 6/8. Well, the smallest numerator is 2, so 2/8 must be our smallest number. What's our next smallest? 4/8 is our next smallest number. This leaves us with 2 fractions left, 8/8 and 6/8. Well, 6 is smaller than 8, so 6 must be the next smallest fraction. And this leaves us with 8/8 left, which is our last fraction. Now, let's use these to write the original numbers to compare the original fractions. Well, 2/8 stays the same. 4/8 is also 1/2. 6/8 is 3/4. And 8/8 is 4/4. There you have it. We've ordered the fractions from smallest fraction to greatest fraction by using the method of the same denominator. If you would like to watch this again, just rewind to watch these steps. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has helped you understand how to order your fractions. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment box below and check out the description for all the links to my social medias. As always, like and share this video and subscribe to this channel for more homework helpers and other things to help your learning. And don't forget, it only takes one spark to start your learning journey.